good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it is. Yeah, feels good. What are we going to talk about today? I think we're going to talk about money. Yep. I don't know, I had this feeling to talk about money, so I'm going to talk about money today. That's a very touchy subject, money. Because we live in a monetary reality right now, whereby we trade our time for a fistful of dimes, right? That's the song goes. I think Jim Morrison, The Doors. And you can really easily get fucked up with money. You can get so fucked up with money. It tears relationships apart. It adds fears, doubts, and insecurities. It's part of the programming that we've been born into, right? They say we're born into bondage from birth to death, and the monetary reality is that bondage. For some, they know how to operate. They know how to handle it. And they say it's no big deal and everybody should be able to do what I do. But it's not the case, is it? It's not the case, is it? I mean, when Trump did that whole government shutdown thing, there was over 900,000 people that did not. Fuck my hair. My hair's all fucked up today. There was over 900,000 people that couldn't pay their fucking rent. They couldn't pay their bills after about 2 or 3 weeks. After 2 weeks. Which tells you a lot. That's a government job, right? That should be like the holy grail of jobs to get. But that wasn't the case. So, a lot of people went through suffering. And of course, their response was, sell your shit. Wow. Thanks for caring. I'm supposed to sell what I own just to get by. Because man baby not getting his way. And that's the reality we're living in. And we see a lot of dictatorship going on. And it's being definitely portrayed. I would like to think that because of this portrayal, that's going to change things. Maybe not. But money is something that every single one of us have to deal with. And it creates fears, doubts, and insecurities. Either you have too much and you're afraid to lose it, so you hoard it, and you keep it for yourself, and you make sure nobody else can take it, and you protect yourself with lawyers and all these things, or you don't have enough, and you constantly have more month at the end of your money. It's something I've had to deal with my whole fucking life, and I've watched my mom and dad have to deal with it their whole lives. My situation was that my dad was a hard-working dude. Of course, I didn't quite figure this out until after I became a man of my own, how much he sacrificed. But at the same time, as a longshoreman at the Milwaukee Hohen Bridge, down there by the docks, that's where he would work. And every day, he was gone from 5:30 in the morning till he didn't get home till 5:30 at night, every day. And it was, he got to the point where after working there for how many years, I think he was there 30-something years, and he retired. But after working there a certain period of time, he could take like winters off and still have his job and take unemployment. But see, we were never rich. We were never rich people. One person in my family was able to make a lot of things happen for himself, and that's wonderful. That's great. I couldn't be happier. And on many occasions in my early 20s and 30s, every now and again he came in and gave me a helping hand when I needed it. God bless him. But we all need a helping hand. I don't know. It's my fucking contention that if you have a lot of money and you're not helping someone, you're a waste. You're a hoarder, and you're wasting. Especially if you have a family member that needs something, and you get a boatload, and you're good, and you don't help somebody. I give to a fault. I give to a fault. Meaning I'll give to where I'm in the pickle, and I'll get myself out of my pickle if I have to. That's just me, and I have to watch that. But I'm not out of the fucking woods. I mean, for a little while, a few times in my life, I was doing well financially. Things changed. Circumstances change. Gut feelings, or follow your heart, if you want to call it that too. These things, come up, and things change, and you change your disposition about life. And sometimes you take an avenue, and it might not be the right avenue, and it fucks you all up for a little while. But that's money, in my opinion. I think that we could use a society that doesn't use money anymore. I think we could easily evolve past this bullshit. And it's hard for a lot of people to even fathom that. If you look at Peter Joseph and his conversations about money, Jacque Fresco, his conversations about money. I think this one dude, David Wolf, he talks about the capitalism. I'm not 100% resonating just yet with him, but there's a few nuggets of information in there that I glean. The thing is, every single one of us are born into bondage from birth to death right now because of this monetary reality. And so you're programmed from very young in school under their regime, and however they're doing it. And I'll be just straight up say these teachers don't even know what they're doing. They know what they're doing-ish, but they don't know they're doing what they're doing. Most of them. Because, they're programming you. When a bell rings, you got to go here. When a bell rings, you got to go there. They're programming you to get you ready to be an obedient worker, which is, it's almost diabolical if you stop and look at it. So what do? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are going to tell you, okay, well, let me teach you how to sell real estate and how to do this and how to do that. But we're still fucking around and dicking around, trying to convince somebody to do whatever so they can get their piece. It's especially in real estate. Man, there's fucking sharks everywhere. I tried that shit. That is not for me. Not my personality at all. Some people are good at it. They love it. They love the whole idea of creating this environment in which eventually there's going to be a huge exchange of cash and they get a piece of it. That doesn't turn me on, man. I mean, I drive Uber Lyft, and I've been doing this now for 49 weeks, and quite frankly, I love it. I do. I love meeting people, different people every day, and having stimulating conversations. Like it says right here on this card. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But, that's a Robin Williams quote, and it's true. Words and ideas can change the world. And the only downside, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee I'm going to get a ping at any time. I can try to make myself available, and then hopefully the momentum kicks in, and that's great. But I got to do what I got to do, right? And I could go and constantly keep looking for a job, and if one came along that was significant, I might trade my time for those dimes. But that's because I'm in this reality, and that's what I have to do. Not for lack of trying other options either. Not for lack of leveraging my time for those dimes, meaning, creating little businesses on the side. Not for lack of trying. Nothing has taken off in a huge way for me yet in that regard, but I'll continue. I'll keep trying because I have to live in this reality where we have to work or somehow bring money in the fucking house, right? and I'm not a whore, right? I can't sell my body for sex. I'll probably end up owing for that. But seriously, it plagues a lot of people. And, you know, especially young people coming up out of high school and just getting out there, and if, you know, if they have a goal and they know exactly what they would really like to do, or at least have a passion, and they feel like they're going to be pulled in this direction, there's nothing wrong with getting a higher education for that. I do think that you can get around paying huge amounts of student debts and stuff. There's many options. You can travel to other countries and get your degrees very cheap. I don't know. I mean, it's just those student loans and all that. It's bullshit. That pisses me off. I mean, they bail out all these bankers and these millionaires and billionaires. They bail them out. But this $25,000 student debt, you fucking pay that bitch till the day you die. Or $100,000 student debt, you pay this motherfucker. Fuck you, pay me. Oh, you want to declare bankruptcy? Fuck you, pay me. It's a trippy thing, and it's a definite touchy subject to talk about. But you got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. At least I feel like I got to talk about it today. So what do you do for money? Whatever you got to do. And then you justify it. Okay, I'm going to make this decision, and I'm going to make this decision right. You don't make the right decision. You make the decision, and you make the decision right. And that's where we are, and that's fine. You know, I've made my decision on what I'm doing right now. I had opportunities to do other things, but I decided this is what I'm going to do right now. And it's scary from time to time. I am not in the best place I could possibly be financially, but that will change because I'm going to change it. So I know that there's no guarantee that something else won't come and knock me on my fucking ass. Just like you got no guarantee nothing's going to knock you on your fucking ass. Could be a death, could be a loss of a job, could be a loss of a specific supplier to your company. It could be a lack of whatever, students to your class that you teach, whatever the fuck it is. We're always in fears, doubts, and insecurities, and that's what this fucking paradigm has done to our energy, keeping us from, well, you know, money keeps us from technologically growing. Because if it wasn't for money, we'd all be floating around in our own little fucking mork for mork egg. We would be floating around everywhere because of technology. We're 100 years or more behind where we should be. We're running around with this car, riding around the ground like cave people, when we could be flying everywhere. And imagine what that would be like. Imagine how that would change everything if we could just, boom, go straight up about 4,000 feet and just fucking hover. I need some space, literally, and you just go and you hover and you're alone. I mean, that would change the entire paradigm of how we make a living. You could go to work in Florida, take you 2 minutes to get there. I know it sounds out there, right? It sounds like I'm fucking talking crazy, but technology is being suppressed by itself. And it's definitely being suppressed because of the money situation. You think these oil companies are going to give up this 100-year-old technology easy? They're not. I mean, look at the cell phone, how fast it went, and look at the automobile. It's bullshit that what we're dealing with here. We have vehicles that run on zero-point energy, which would cost us less than nothing. We could have vehicles that run on water. There's a lot of water everywhere. It rains, rainwater, it could run on that. If you don't think it's true, go on YouTube, type in, I think his name is Stan something, and car on water, 80s, and you'll find a fucking newscast, a news thing that they had him on the news. And they're like talking about it, and next thing you know, his shit didn't even make it to patent, got seized. And then, of course, he mysteriously dies. Murder Inc. made it to his fucking door. It's a messed up situation, I think, this money thing. But, and here's the big but, do not let it control you. Do not let it own you. Do not let the paradigm keep you in fear, doubt, and insecurities. Don't let it happen. It's easier fucking said than done. I know. But still, there are things you can do to protect yourself from losing everything right away, but you know, people are going to give you their perspective on what you should and shouldn't do, and make you feel guilty for taking whatever actions necessary to help yourself. As long as you're not harming another human being, help yourself. Do what you need to do. You know, if you have to talk to an attorney to get your finances in a different perspective, fuck what everybody else thinks, man. Take care of you and do what you need to do. Get over the hump, whatever it takes. If it takes a year, it takes 2 years, it takes 10 years, whatever it takes, keep working at it. And know that you really can't change this right now, right away. I think the only thing that's really going to change this whole monetary paradigm is a giant asteroid to reset this bitch. You know, I don't think anybody's going to wake up and want to go to work right away after that. I think we're going to be fucking surviving and trying to get by. And the reality of it is the resources are there. All the resources are available. I don't know. It's a kind of a nonsensical conversation about money, but I think that that the best way to not, I don't know, cooperate with the system is to not feel bad about yourself and to do what you can to love yourself, and in doing that, other things can present themselves to you